everyone's going to be begging for a job soon. Everyone. So you go from like, where are all the workers because they have all the leverage, to the workers will be pounding down your door for a job.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
I am constantly being told that it's like being put in my face all the time that the Republican Party and its mouthpieces are the new representatives of the working class. One of the ways that they bolstered this reputation back in the day, back in 2020, was by attacking Bill Maher, not wrongfully, for saying he wanted a recession, right? I mean, you remember that. That was like a whole big thing, right, Adam?
Yeah, Bill Maher sucks. So,
Yeah.
like, if they want to attack him, by all means, go for it.
But that was like, maybe you didn't, maybe it didn't cross your radar because you don't listen to as much trash as I do. But it was like, I was hearing that on so many right-wing talk shows. It was like months of Bill Maher wants you to be poor. Months of it. Which is true and which is bad. He said something basically to the effect of like, I hope we get a recession so that we can vote Trump out of office, which is...
Wow.
Yeah, that was really bad. That was really bad, and...
Yeah, hot take. That sucks.
Yeah.
So does he for saying
Screw
that.
Bill Maher. But here's an interesting juxtaposition. I'll just let folks listen to it without a preface. Adam, let's play that Charlie Kirk clip.
Yes, I do believe that we are heading towards a recession. I don't want that. I pray that does not happen. I pray for all of you that will be losing your jobs. So what you're going to see is that these companies that have just hired dramatically are then going to have to scale down. For those of you that are employers and have to deal with kind of the smug, snarky attitude of people that are showing up late and you're like, I got no leverage because I can't find anyone to work. The only benefit of a recession, which is hard to even believe there would be one, the only benefit is that employers are now going to kind of get some of their leverage back because everyone's going to be begging for a job soon. Everyone. So you go from like, where are all the workers because they have all the leverage, to the workers will be pounding down your door for a job. Charlie Kirk, we'll be right back.
Jesus Christ, man. This is the guy, right, that is a working class hero, and at least, I mean, this is not like a defense of Bill Maher, but at least in Bill Maher's case, the working people being hurt is the downside of the recession, right? like in Bill Maher's fantasy, like there's a recession and then Trump gets kicked out of office, but it's bad that poor people have to be hurt in the meantime, right? We can at least say that, or we can at least say that he doesn't care. It is neither bad nor good. It's just something that has to happen to get Trump out of office, okay? But for Charlie Kirk, you listener with a job being broken down to the point where you have to crawl on your knees back to your job, pounding down the door, that's the good thing for him. That's the benefit of a recession for this guy.
It's very revealing of who they identify with and who they don't. And yeah, if you're listening to that and you're someone who actually works for a living, you actually have to work for someone else, as the vast majority of us do. Obviously, they're not speaking to us. They don't want our support. It's very obvious.
I mean, that's serious. Like, seriously, folks. Like, listening to this, I know that just by the numbers, the majority of people that listen to this show, even if you're conservative, like, you work. You know, you're not, you're just by virtue of the way that our society is structured, you're not an owner listening to this, probably. Probably you, listener, are not an owner. You are not a boss. You are a worker. The benefit to Charlie Kirk, in his mind, the benefit of a recession is that your life is made worse to give more leverage to the boss. That's the benefit. That's the thing that he thinks is redeemable about a recession. But, in his defense, he will pray for you.
That's true.
So
They are obsessed with making it easier to fire people.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's a common theme throughout today's show as well. I mean, that was obviously a common theme within Casey Wardynski and his regime in Huntsville City. You see it with these comments being made by Charlie Kirk and also by, most of right-wing media when they talk this way. A lot of it boils down to more power for your boss, less power for you, more power for that boss to be able to fire you. And, not that we need reminding, but we've got to sell our labor in order to eat in this country. We don't have a guaranteed income. We don't have a guaranteed job. I know we have right to work laws, but that doesn't mean you actually have a right to work. Making it easier to fire you means making it easier to put you and your entire household in turmoil and possibly catastrophe.
And the fetishization of business owners is nonsense. Because the idea that they put forward is that they take risks. They take risks. What is the risk? I want you to actually legitimately think about what is the risk for a business owner if his business falls through. What is the risk? Because the way that our society is structured, if you create a corporation, you're not liable personally for the debts. So if something happens and your business doesn't do well, you're not going to be personally liable for any debts that your business takes on. What happens if your business falls through? You either get to sit on all of the money that you have previously stolen from workers who made the business run to the extent that it did, or you have to become a worker. That is the risk that bosses take.
And that's assuming you're not just straight up bailed out with, low interest or zero interest loans, which has honestly been a common practice here in this country for quite some time now. And I get there may be someone listening who has small business background, maybe you've owned a small business before. Well, guess what? They're not for you either.
Right.
These rules are not made for your benefit. I think I think you're onto something there. The whole risk that's taken.
Yeah.
Think about the risk that we all take every day when we go to work.
Yeah. Yeah, the entirety of the risk that comes to a boss by virtue of creating a business is that one day they might have to be a worker. That is the worst outcome that can befall a boss. As a matter of fact, the worst thing that can happen to them is that they have to sell their labor.
Like the rest of us.
Like the rest of us. You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.